Good evening. Today I'll be talking about choosing what to say. Is your mouth ever important? Here are facts about your mouth. What goes into your mouth is your choice. What you do with your mouth is your choice. And what comes out of your mouth, the words you say, is also your choice. As a person who wants to make really good choices, your goal should be to make sure that whatever comes out of your mouth is good, helpful, kind, and truthful. I know how it is to get mad and lose it. It takes absolutely no self-control to spew out harsh words when you want to share exactly what you're feeling and thinking. But God has help for us. Let's look at God's word and find out what He says about your mouth and what you are to say and not to say. The first point is that make your words pleasing to God. David, a man after God's own heart, wrote these words in Psalms chapter 19 verse 14. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. If you know what kind of words please God, then you can choose what you will and will not use your mouth to say. Here are 3 verses that tell you what does not please God. The first verse is Ephesians chapter 4 verse 31, and it says, "Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander." The second verse is Ephesians chapter 5 verse 4, and it says, "Nor should there be obscenity, foolish talk, or coarse joking, which are out of place." And the third verse is Colossians chapter 3 verse 8 to 9, and it says, "You must rid yourselves of all such things as this: anger, rage, malice, slander, and filthy language from your lips. Do not lie to each other." Even when your emotions are running high, you still have a choice to choose about what you do and don't say. You can choose to say things that hurt others or that harm reputations of other people. It's possible you might choose to speak lies, but it's possible that you might choose to speak lies instead of the truth. But the right choice is to say to say words that bless and encourage others, which pleases God. The second point is, out of your heart, your mouth speaks. In Luke chapter 6 verse 45, here's what Jesus said about the mouth. It says, "A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of." If bad things are going into your mind, head, and heart, bad things will come out of your mouth. Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 says, "Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." The third point is, utter only what God says to say. First, look at what God doesn't want you to say. Just as He is faithful to tell you what kind of words and speech you should use your mouth for, He also tells you what you should not say. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 29 says, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who are listening." The fourth point is, truth is always the right thing to say. Lying hurts people. It damages family relationships and friendships. When you lie, it means you have something to hide, or you don't want other people to know about, or something that you don't want other people to know about or find out. That's why telling a lie is like building a brick wall that pushes people further apart. They make it harder for you to share yourself openly for others. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 25 says, "Therefore, putting away lying, let each one of you speak truth with his neighbor." The last point is hurting someone with your words is wrong. The hurtful words you speak can be destructive as fire. James chapter 3 verse 6 tells us, "The tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire, and it is itself set on fire by hell." My name is Timothy Kamore. Thank you.